Wow. Okay, where are my parents in chat at? Wait, they really do this? Wait, I thought this was just for video games. What, do the refs just turn into boxing refs? Or what's the... They don't break them up, or...
Chuck from Florida.
Actually, you know what? Funnily enough, I'm willing to bet that fighting with your fists is probably some of the least risky stuff that can happen on the ice, huh? They've got helmets on, they don't have any boxing gloves, they're on skates. Like, it's probably... in the grand scheme of things, not all that dangerous, huh? Both players have to want to fight, and then they let them go at it until they get... until they go... So someone died like a year ago, right? From the skates? Yeah? Is that contradicting what I'm saying? Isn't that reinforcing what I'm saying? That wasn't due to a fight. I think somebody just ran into a wall, and then, yeah, that was really brutal. Especially because the ice was all white. You saw the whoosh, like blood just go spraying. That dude died, didn't he? Did you see that Ukraine wants the army of Europe, and Europe is to hold emergency summit this upcoming week? We live in a Hoi 4 game. What does that mean? Heroes of Iverson? Hearts of Iron? Is that what HOI is? Hearts of Iron 4. The thing that sucks is that I don't know how strong, warning, American speaking, I don't know how strong, like, I know we speak of this as a meme, but I mean this in a true sense, like the European identity is, or the EU identity is right now, because, I mean, obviously you suffered Brexit, which I think was a blow to the confidence in the European Union, although it seemed to kind of like trudge forward. And then you also, you've had like this rise of kind of like far right parties that are a little bit more isolationist, wanting to block immigration, like EU skepticism from the right, and even from, I think, from the left too, right? I guess it's just like the liberals under attack ideologically in all these countries. It's like, that's my 5,000 mile broad overview take, but there's 2 more fights in this. Hockey fights seem boring as fuck though. Does anything good happen?
Brady's out. Here you go. He gets. He said, "Hey, start."
Listen, my views on Dune are not going to change. Okay, fuck Dune. But the more I like mentally revisit Dune 2, this was a sick movie. Him coming back here is like some fucking LSD'd out crazy psycho leader of all these people coming back to the city that his family was kicked out of, that was burned to the ground by the people that were currently in charge of it, like all of the combining all the weird fucking motherly bullshit powers and his all the. This movie was a good ass movie. Dune 2, this is a good movie. I like this movie. Damn. Dune 1 was boring as fuck though. Fuck that movie. God, what a horrible movie. You spoiled Better Call Saul yesterday on stream for me. Apologize. What did I spoil? I haven't even seen it. That they don't call Saul on the end? Yeah, it's liberals losing ground to illiberal parties, both in national and EU elections, but the right wing in Europe periodically gets in power, and they quickly lose popularity because they aren't that good at ruling and are very corrupt. Case in point, the FPO in Austria. I don't know anything about them, but I'll take your word for it. And I'll probably repeat that talking point verbatim in the future, pretending that I understand it. I mean, we saw what happened with the FPO in Austria, right? Like, they got power for a little bit, they're ineffective leaders, and then they lose the next election, right? I'll say that. And people are like, damn, how does he know about that? Any spicy food takes recently? The reason I and others want to convert you on Dune is because you don't understand it, and I'm not someone who normally says it. I don't believe you. It's not that deep, bro. This is what I really want to do, okay? I want to take an adult food eater and I want to go to a steakhouse. Here's what I can't figure out, okay? I need help with this. I should learn steak better because it's like my favorite food. Well, I mean, it's... So if you go to a steakhouse, there's a cut that you can get. This is what I usually get, called a fillet. Now, I think if you go to a really nice steakhouse, or if you're with like a meat connoisseur, he'll make fun of you for ordering a fillet. And he'll say, and this is very true, I won't order a fillet I'll try not to at a very nice steakhouse, because the fillet, a lot of the flavor, maybe all the flavor of the meat comes from really well, I think it's rendered fat. And a fillet will be tender, but it's very lean, almost no fat whatsoever in it. So almost no flavor, right? Like I think the best ground beef to create hamburgers with, I think is considered 80-20. You might be tempted to be like, oh, 95-5, that's the percentage of, I think, beef to fat. And you go, oh, 95-5 will be better, it's even more beef. But no, you need the fat. It makes it juicier and it gives it flavor. It might be that that's where all the flavor comes from. I think the fat in the bone or something, okay? The issue that I run into, though, is I went to a really nice steakhouse for Valentine's Day, and I ordered two different steaks because I split with my girlfriend, and we had one of the things we ordered was a porterhouse. And I believe that a porterhouse, I think, is it's two different cuts on both sides of the bone. What is it? I think it's a sirloin on this side, and is it a New York strip on this side? Does anybody know? Where am I big? Okay, yeah, it's a strip and a sirloin, I think, I believe. Oh, it's a strip and a fillet? Strip and sirloin? I think it's a strip and a sirloin. So the issue that I run into, though, is, like, does anybody actually eat, like, fucked up, gristly, fatty, weird shit? Like, I can eat a steak that has some fat that's well rendered. But, okay, so this is I believe this is a porterhouse, yeah. So when I'm looking at this, usually on the strip side, over here, this like burnt stuff, this will be like a fatty part of the steak. Although, am I crazy? Is there none on this? Is this an incredibly lean cut, or am I crazy? This fat that's over here off to the side, this will be delicious, okay? I have no problem eating this with a bunch of meat as well. It's just really, really, really good. Oh, they trim the fat? That's kind of weird. Okay. No problem with that. However, fatty stuff that you can't really see it. I don't even know if there's that much, but like fatty stuff that exists like in little chunks here, or like that run through the meat here, I have to like spit this out. Like I can't chew it. Like it's fucked up. Like, am I crazy? Do people normally just eat that and pretend to like it, or do they actually like it? Or does anybody know, am I insane? That's not fat. It's called sinew. You cut around it. Are you supposed to cut around it? That fat is good when it's cooked well, but who the fuck likes a well steak? Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe you're just supposed to cut around it. The thing is that like if I'm going to a really, really good steakhouse, I feel like I'm wasting it if I order a fillet. Like I shouldn't be ordering a fillet. I should be ordering at least, I think ribeyes are considered really good. I really like, I think skirt and flank steak, although I don't even know if these are considered good cuts of meat, but when they're prepared well, like especially like Brazilian, I think steakhouses do these really, they're so good. Holy fuck. I don't even know why though. This is why Wagyu is so fatty and good. All the fat melts. There's no chewy fat on rendered. Yeah, Wagyu is good, but it's really expensive. I guess I'm just like, I'm a little bit, I'm such a pussy, dude. I can order like a fucking steak and they can bring me out like a salad and they'll be like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Because I'm a fucking pussy. I wonder if they have pictures of their food. Hold on. No. Like, I feel like my steak was good, but I don't feel like it was worth it. I ordered this. So this A5 apple-fed Shinzu strip loin. This was good, but this is a small steak. If I had to guess, it was probably 6 ounces maybe for 140 bucks. The porterhouse was $200. This whole meal was 550, and they include the tip. They're very sneaky because when they bring out the check, they'll have another tip line, even though it's included in the bill. But when I'm like, I feel like when I'm biting into every other bite and it's got like that sinewy, like gristly shit, it makes me, I'm like, fuck me, dude. Am I like the child here that just can't chew through this? Am I just supposed to eat through all of this? Or did they fuck this up somehow? I don't know. Have you ever had smoked brisket? I think so, right? Yeah, that's like a southern thing, right? Brisket is brisket any meat that like pulls apart easily? Or am I could be totally wrong on that. What am I thinking of? Oh, no, actually, I'm just thinking of pulled pork or pulled whatever. I have had brisket before though. At any southern restaurant, I say southern, like a barbecue place you go to, they usually serve brisket. Oof, this shit is. I'm pretty sure this shit, like every serving of this you eat takes like 20 minutes off your life in terms of cancer risk, which is so good. Fuck. Just don't eat what you don't like. Nothing childish about it. Yeah, but sometimes I feel dumb if like half my steak is sitting there and I feel like I've cut around so much. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Am I just a retard or? Did you ever do that community survey to figure out why people watch you? I'll do it on the 1st of next month. This past few weeks have been kind of bumpy, so I figured I'd put that off a little bit. You order your steak medium, right? I'll usually ask the server for a recommendation. I'll order medium, but I've had some cuts. Usually, I think when you order the, if you're ordering the A5 stuff, I think usually they recommend that as medium rare, or if you go to some places, it'll be medium rare plus. So I'll order the A5 Wagyu, I'll order slightly less cooked, but medium is generally what I prefer. Would you go to a steak class or taste testing place? I don't know, maybe someday. What is a ribeye supposed to be? I don't know, medium? But you order it however you want, medium, medium, rare? Opinions on rare steak? I don't like cold. Anything that's cool or cold in the center, I'm not a big fan of. And there's a texture for... there's a texture for rare steak and then blue rare steak or whatever that is very like cool and chewy that I super don't like. I really don't like it. It's why I stopped ordering steaks medium rare. Although to be fair, that was when I'd order from the Outback Steakhouse. But like I'd order a steak medium rare and then a fat piece would come out and the middle would be like cool and there's a texture to rare steak that I just don't like. But I don't like eating like tartare or whatever the fuck. They already got fucked over enough by the Russians. We don't need to cannibalize them as well. Just kidding. How do you like your steak? Didn't I just say medium or medium rare? Medium, probably medium. I'll eat medium rare plus if it's available at a restaurant, but otherwise medium. Have you tried beef Wellington? Yeah, it's good. Have you went to Texas Roadhouse or do you only eat 5-star? No, Texas Roadhouse is good. I think Outback Steakhouse is fine too. I don't give a fuck. I haven't been eating out as much though, now that I'm on my self-improvement health arc. I think how people consume meat is the same as wine. People think expensive wine equals better, but there's a cutoff at like $50. I think steak is one of the few types of things that as you pay more and more and more, you can absolutely have just unbelievably good, amazing cuts of meat that are just like life-changing. Butcher here, brisket if smoked right can break apart pretty easily. 145 medium, rare always. Sounds like they did it wrong by the way. Maybe, I don't know. Have you heard Tim Dillon's corporate steakhouse rant? Nope. $10. Do you like gamier meat like lamb?
What?
Not really, but I think it's just mental for me. I don't think it, I probably would like it if I ate it more. I just don't. Like I went to, there's like this spa place called Yasuragi. I think they have establishments around the world, but there was one near Stockholm that I would go to with Belina, and they served, I think both times I was there, they served venison. And, I mean, it was fine. It tasted fine to me. Like, if they would have told me it was beef, I probably just would have thought it was, like, slightly stronger flavored beef or something. I wouldn't have thought anything of it, so.
Why is a corporate steakhouse so good? I want it to be dark. I want people there talking about real estate scams and whores. I want prostitutes. I want tan couples that just got back from an unfulfilling vacation, hovering right above misery, silently eating crab cocktail. I want that. I want shellfish towers. I want bosses trying to impress their new hires. I want new hires trying to impress their bosses. I want everybody with their tits and their dicks out. I want collared fucking shirts. I want maitre d's that grab you by the arm and say, is everything okay? I want decanted fucking bottles of red wine. I want...
Okay, base. What's the ground rules if you're broke as fuck, but you still want to eat out and treat your significant other? How much was the tip at the steakhouse? I just give them $10 extra, man. I feel like I'm getting milked hard. Fuck that. What's the ground rules if you're broke as fuck, but you still want to eat out and treat your significant other? Yeah, fuck. That's a hard one, my dude. People in chat are saying something. Women tend to like when you put thought into things. If you honestly were to like do your best to learn to try to like prepare one meal and you were to cook it for her, my guess is going to be that that's probably going to be more meaningful and it'll create a better memory and you'll have a better experience than going out to any restaurant, unless you're with somebody who's like super materialistic or whatever. Do you not think Willie Mac's video looked particularly bad due to your lack of response, regardless of the legal stance? You can still defend yourself within the bounds of the truth. You'd think so, huh? But you can't, and there's a reason why. And give me like 4 days, and I'll have a thing on this, and although it'll make more sense, I guess, and then we'll be done with this arc, or whatever you call it. Cooking together is a nice, meaningful way to spend some time together, in my humble opinion. It can be, but be careful how you phrase that, because like if you tell a significant other that you are going to that you're going to have like a surprise for them on Valentine's Day, and then they show up, and then you're like, we're both going to cook, unless it's something you've spoken about like in advance and they know, or you both know that they want to do it, then that'd be cool. But otherwise they might be showing up expecting something like, oh fuck, I have to work for an hour or two to like make it, like that might be now if you both talked about like, oh, it'd be really cute to cook a meal together and blah blah blah, and then you have that all set up and you've got the ingredients and everything, that might be cute. But yeah. Also, stay away. If you go out and you're taking people out, don't buy alcohol publicly. Or like at restaurants. Oh my God. Why? I don't know. It just seems expensive as fuck. When me and Lena sat down at the bar waiting for a table, we both got one cocktail, and then they seated us, and my tab for one cocktail each was $55. The fuck? To be fair, it was an expensive restaurant, but it's just not worth it. Don't fuck that. Or I mean, unless you're rich, I'll buy it. I don't care. But if you're not rich, fuck that. Oh my God. Based. Do you like Brazilian steakhouses? If it's a good Brazilian steakhouse, you know. There's a chain called Fogo de Chão that I really like. If you're with like 4 more people, a bottle of wine is usually cheaper than each glass of wine. Yeah, sure, but even wine is like 4 people and a bottle of wine, that's like 1.5 glasses each, maybe, right? Barack Obama is a proof that black people can also be agents of white supremacy. Kamala, too. True. Destiny, here in Brazil, Fogo de Chão is considered mid-tier. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit on that one, Chief. Pretty sure in Brazil, that's like, how many people are living in that country? I'm willing to bet that significantly more than half your restaurants are worse than what Fogo de Chão would probably serve you. So fuck off, retard. Where's the, can somebody give me the image, everything I don't like is white supremacy? Hold on. Or wait, is it everyone I don't like is a Nazi? Maybe that's the guy who's reading the book. I feel like I've seen a better meme for this. Whatever. Ooh, that's a good one. Actually, yeah, let's go hard on this one. No, fuck. Actually, well, no, actually, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go. Do you remember how many debates I had? I think did this even happen in New York? Where I would ask people, and I think with Rob Noor too, where I'd be like, what about when Trump on Truth put out that he would suspend the Constitution? And they were like, he didn't mean that, or he just meant if there was voter fraud, and he would never do that, and blah, 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 blah. And now Trump is just like full on, like daily talking about, you know, the law doesn't apply to me. And conservatives are like, yeah, so? You should watch the conversation between P.F. Young and Soy Pill. P.F. Young and Soy Pill. This one? 4 hours. P.F. Chang, sorry, not P.F. Young. Oh, Soy Pill. We disagreed on the healthcare CEO stuff, I think. But he seemed like a reasonable guy. 4 hours.
Let's say.
The video underneath this one in the search is edited? Well, but what if he edits out important stuff?
I don't think you're racist. Let's be clear. Like,
It sure feels like you do.
Well,
'Cause
you're
why
platforming
else?
racist.
Wait. What is this subreddit? 50501. 50 protests, 50 states, one day. How to deprogram MAGA mentality in conversation. Because I cannot be out there protesting. This is my contribution. I want to share information on how to deal with the MAGA cult mentality. In an interview with Dr. Stephen Hasan on David Pakman, he says that MAGA is a cult and the method of brainwashing is eerily similar to the Russian method. Did we
great to welcome.
Did we watch this 5 months ago? Wait, is Kick dying right now? It's time we come at them with compassion, because getting angry and fighting those who have fallen victim to propaganda is a waste of energy. Deprogramming the brainwashed needs careful and compassionate hands. You can't throw facts at someone with delusional thinking. They truly believe that what they think is 100% real. This type of, you have to coax them into questioning their reality. Brainwashed people believe they are powerless and they need the cult leader to avoid catastrophe. To some degree, the people that follow Trump are people that already feel powerless, elders, outcasts, and the working poor, amongst others. What do? Build up their self-esteem. Say things like, you're a smart person. I trust you'll be able to tell if things aren't safe anymore. Keep questions open-ended. Remind them of who they are. Find common ground. Introduce dissonance gently. Wow, cute. Someone in YouTube chat said, the people thinking there's 47 genders and that DEI is a necessity are calling the other side brainwashed. No, I think we're calling the other side brainwashed who thinks that there's a whole bunch of people who actually do believe in 47 genders and that DEI is a necessity. But, you know, thanks for proving the point. Read Dan Carlin's tweet. What do you think about that strategy? It's probably better to some extent. Everybody plays a different role. Might be good for personally for people. It's hard though treating, like, both of these are supposed to be political parties with equivalent people. So it's hard to treat one side like a cult and then one side like a real political party. Sorry for quoting myself here, but I'm never sure who gets to read what around here. This is the bottom line of this issue for all of us, whether you support or oppose Trump. You're allowing him to push a vision of a stronger president when the president already has far too much power, and unless become a single-party state, a problem all of its own, the other side will get to inherit these expanded powers or expanded accepted interpretations of powers too. So Trump is making sure a future Democratic president will have more power to impact your life. This is completely short-sighted on everyone's part. 3 co-equal branches of government. Have you ever said anything of this ilk about a Democrat? Humans aren't fungible. 1,456 following, 1,199 followers. Reposts. Uh-oh. A British girl. Muslims. Think this account's a bot? Who knows? Can you give me brownie points and put the video up on the tab above so I feel like you read my super chat at least? Wait, Lilac, which one? Hey bud, check out this video by Ryan White called Why There Is No Alt-Left Pipeline.
Well, I haven't.
There you go.
Did any of that actually happen? Like when Nietzsche talks about masters and slaves and priests, like, is that meant to be history? What time period did that take place in? Nietzsche doesn't provide any citations, like at all. Is the will to power, is that a real thing that psychologists could study and perform experiments on? Again, no citations. Citations are for slaves. That's slave morality stuff. Objective reality, that's just how the priests trick you. This is a subjective vibes-only party. And if you don't like it, then personal psychological transformation. Just become a better subject. Do you know what else is nationalism? Doing what the government tells you to do. Joining a herd instead of asserting yourself as an individual. Nah.
I've watched Philosophy Tube's channel before, and some of the takes I feel like were not that great, but I don't know how you could watch this 55 seconds and I mean, don't make me watch. Saw that Philosophy Tube made a video about Nietzsche, and her bibliography contains precisely one reference to Nietzsche, so I'm going to hazard a guess and say the video is going to be bad. Oh, well, rip. You missed the tweet. Here was the tweet. I wonder how many Americans who consider themselves politically aware could pass a civics test about how our government is supposed to function. I wonder how many Americans who ostensibly talk about politics as part of how they make a living could. True, our anti-education, anti-knowledge culture has come from a constitutional society. And people who consider themselves patriotic celebrate dismantling the very aspect of our framers' work that those exquisite-minded guys were most proud of. Co-equal branches of government and checks and balances are not bugs, but the system's greatest features. We are a politically hypocritical society, and this will cost us. Can you imagine if the Biden-Harris, Hillary Clinton crowd were doing and saying the sort of things Trump is saying now? How many of you Trump fans would be ready to take the streets? That's what the Second Amendment is for, Dan. How many times have been told that by the defenders of our Constitution? For 40 years, if you've been saying it to me, so it's only a problem if they're doing it. One side gets a pass at assaulting the Constitution. Damn, nice. True. You know what, actually?
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch.
You know what? Ignoring the fact that the U.S. was fully in their authority to do this and all that, but ignoring all of that, if somebody were to claim that Biden did something improper, I would just say he didn't actually mean that. It was just a negotiating tactic. Biden was never going to withhold that money, obviously, because that would be illegal, according to conservatives. That was just a negotiating tactic. I'm going to say that for every single thing from now on. Whenever conservatives talk about something evil or horrible or terrible that the Democrats said or whatever, that was just a negotiating position. He wasn't actually going to do it. Ebola exposure reported at a Manhattan walk-in clinic. Based. Somebody asked about OTK.
Never spoken about drama in 5 years on this stream. But just know that OTK hears you guys. I hear you guys. Changes have to happen if it's going to continue to exist as a org.
Damn.
I think a lot of people forget that an org is more than just the faces on streams. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people's livelihoods. And at Christmas, we had to lay a ton of people off. And that fucking...
He wants Asmongold to get kicked for shitting on Hasan, by the way. Is that true? Will Neff and Hasan go way back in terms of being, like, close friends. But despite that, I feel like I've never heard... I just feel like I've never heard anything bad, at least as far as I'm concerned. I've never heard anything bad that Will Neff has done, aside from other Dan-obsessed shit. Has Will Neff ever come out and said some, like, wild shit to cover for Hasan? I feel like he's generally, like, pretty outside of all of that. Like, he doesn't, like, get involved in any of that type of drama or make any comments on that or anything, no?
And at Christmas, we had to lay a ton of people off. And that fucking sucked. Especially for me. I know those people. I love those people. And I always want to do what I can to make sure they can hang on to their livelihoods. And so just know that we're trying to make changes to make it a better org. And you'll probably hear more about that in the future. The immediate future. And if we can't make it a better place, if we can't make it a happier, healthier place, then I'll have to reevaluate where I stand. But that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm not trying to farm this. I don't even want to fucking talk about it. I don't.
One of the things I don't get, that I feel like was a failure. This is a vibe, and I could be totally wrong, but I feel like this is a failure in a lot of these streamer houses. I view offline TV similarly, as I feel like they make these orgs, and then they get a lot of these streamers, but I feel like the brand itself is never really elevated over any of the individual streamers. Like, it just feels like basically like imagine if me, Dan, and Mooten had made an org called like the Dally Band. Like, oh, we have an org now, but it's like the three of us. Like, nothing really changes, nothing happens. Does OTK do? Like, I'm just curious, what is the org for? I'm not trying to shit on anyone. Like, I like the idea of orgs, of like streamers creating organizations to do events and everything, but I just don't know what, they just collaborate more? Yeah, but I mean, they collaborate anyway, no? Like, do you really need an org for that? It's pooling of resources for bigger events. Yeah, but can't they do that anyway? Like, what are they pooling? It's not like they're individually contributing money to the project, right? Maybe it's so that another org, another entity can raise money on its own, maybe? I think as an organization, they can leverage more money too. I mean, at this point, streamers make so much money. What do you need the organization for? Like, it's pretty gross, the amount of money that flows through this industry now. And I can only imagine these guys, like, what do you need the org for? It's waste, fraud, and abuse. It's not just money, it's having staff on hand to take care of stuff. Individually, you're much less likely to hire a project manager. Yeah, but do these guys have, like, what do their staff do? Could they have something like the OTK Games Expo if they weren't in an org? Oh, maybe not. I don't even know what that is. That would be a thing. Okay. OTK Games Expo. What was that?
No defense. I was just going straight DPS to see what we could do.
Rock guy is going absolutely game and create your.
Where is this being held at? Well, this is a cool event. Okay. It could just be that I'm just not like connected to Twitch culture as much anymore, so I just don't keep track of shit like this. But okay, maybe there's like a reason. Do you think that Nimplol exaggerated when he said he makes 20K an hour now? Yeah, for sure. But he probably makes 7 figures for sure. Wait, I think. It's hard because some of these guys don't have YouTube channels. Does Nick have a YouTube channel? I don't know why these guys don't have YouTube channels. Does he post? Oh no, he is now. Okay. I'm guessing he started this relatively recently. Okay, that's good. His YouTube has been on for years? Oh. Damn, some people don't translate to other environments as well. Because Nimplo gets like... He's like a 20K view streamer, right? But maybe it just doesn't translate to YouTube as well, I guess. NMP lol, whatever. I'm kind of lucky in that politics is like a no-brainer. Like, I don't have to do any work to be relevant to different spaces because politics kind of intersects with everything and it's always relevant and there's always new stuff going on. It's like a lucky pick for something to be involved in. Off the top of your head, why do you think Ninja dropped off massively? I'm vibing this because I just didn't follow him too closely. So it's just my vibe. I could be totally wrong. But I feel like Fortnite kind of fell off, or it seemed to. And then when he made that deal to go to Mixer, very few of the audience followed him there. And so that Mixer was kind of like his big cash out. Like, this is what I built my career to. This is basically me selling my business to Google. I'm making a big cash out, and then I'm done with that. And then I think he still streams, but I think he just streams for fun. Fortnite viewers fell off. The game is still massive. Okay. I don't know why people don't watch, why they don't watch it, but was the Mixer deal worth it? I thought it was an 8-figure deal, so probably. But he could have also just been like, maybe he was just like kind of like over streaming. He still does. This is good viewership. This is respectable for sure. Like, he can clearly survive off of his streaming revenue here without having to dip into savings or investments at all. So that's cool. Ninja streams so he can press the boogie button. It's forbidden to do it offline. Oh, shit. He streams on YouTube. Oh, does he dual stream? I need to stop saying this because it's like the best piece of career advice for Hasan. But Hasan's ego is so fucking fragile. Holy shit. I cannot believe that Hasan doesn't dual stream to YouTube, but it's just because he's worried about because his Twitch numbers dip a little because people watch on YouTube, and Hasan would rather have one 20,000 view stream than two 15,000 view streams. It's insane how stupid it is for him to not be streaming on YouTube. That is the number one huge like upgrade, I think. Like, it's probably one of the last bastions of audience grabs that he could do, since he has so much trouble, I think, breaking into other markets. Like, how do you know that, Destiny? Because he tried to dual stream, I think a couple years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, I think. He tried to stream, dual stream, and I think he even commented on the lower Twitch numbers. But yeah, it's just such a no-brainer that he should be dual streaming. To be charitable, he almost certainly has exclusivity, right? Nope, I don't think those contracts exist on Twitch anymore because he doesn't have like the special ad button or anything. So there's no, What's more retarded, that or Asmongold having an anxiety attack if he streams on the wrong account? Well, he's probably at this point got a lot of PTSD built up on that account, so it's just like an exposure therapy thing. He'd have to start doing it to get over the bad associations with it, I think. Do you think YouTube streaming will continue to grow and grow faster than Twitch? I don't know. I haven't checked the market numbers at all. I don't even know how reliable the publicly posted ones are. Why no Rumble streams? I don't know. Actually, when I redid all my business shit a couple months ago, I got my shit all ready to try stream to Rumble, and I just haven't done it. I don't know if I will. Explain that. Why does Asmongold stream on an alt account? Major streamers, and I used to make fun of people for doing this, but maybe there might be some validity to it. But I'm not sure. I'd have to think more about it. Major streamers, when they're not doing the content that they're known the most for and pulling in the big views, don't like to see lower average viewership on their main channels. So what they would do instead of not streaming at all is they'd make secondary channels, and they would stream on the secondary channels. So if they wanted to stream kind of like chill or whatever stuff, it wouldn't impact the average viewership of their main channel. But then I think some streamers got so mind-fucked on their main channel viewership numbers that they would just start streaming on their alt channels until those would like take over, and that's what happened with Asmongold. I think a few streamers used to run those alt channels. I know Mitch Jones did. I think Mizkif might have for a bit. I don't remember if S-Fan did. They want a high average to sell to sponsors? No, I don't think it works that way. Mizkif, Mitch, Asmongold, Shroud, XQC, Poke, Soda, and Quinn69. All have alts. Asmon literally never uses his main though, so what's the point? Well, he used to use his main all the time, but then I think he got burned out on... What was the last time he tried to stream on his main? Was it Elden Ring? Or it was some Souls game, and then he was like, fuck this. Was it when his mom died? I thought it was over a game. I thought it was a game drama related thing. Is YouTube Destiny's main platform? Yep. His mom died on stream? No. Fuck. I was gonna make an edgy joke, but I shouldn't. That's kind of mean. No, I think his mom died, was it a couple years ago? Why did he have an anxiety attack? I don't know if he did or not. I'm not sure. I didn't follow that drama as closely. I don't know if I should call it drama, but... Can you talk more about AI/fake accounts talking to each other? I mean, what do you want me to say? It's not good. He got on meds recently. Man, I don't know if I'm just fucking retarded or if I'm just not paying attention close enough. You know, there are some movies that treat you like an idiot. Like you see something and it's like, okay, I get it. But then some guy will come in and do exposition and be like, you can tell that when he hits him like that and this does that, this is what's going on. You're like, thanks, I can see that. It's like very clearly demonstrated. Okay, the slow blade penetrating. And then some movies or TV shows, they'll be a lot more subtle. And it's like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that, because it doesn't necessarily hold your hand as much. I feel like The Sopranos goes a little bit too far in the other direction. Like mini spoilers, I guess, for season 2. Pussy just killed some dude with a hammer who was like an Elvis impersonator, I guess, as like a side jobber. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Am I supposed to know who this is? Sometimes characters pop in and out of their show like so fast. I'm like, wait a second, who the fuck is this? What? The Sopranos does that a lot, does it? Okay, because sometimes they'll be like referencing people, or they'll talk about people, and I'll be like, wait, who is this again? Or Pisco AJW Wikipedia, good one. Destiny caught lying about AJW. Oh no. No, he was only introduced at that part. Oh. He's a friend of ours versus the guy being from the mob. Okay, also, spoiler or warning, this might be the most retarded question ever. Is the mob and the mafia, are those two things supposed to be the same thing? Or do those refer to two different types of, like the mafia are like family-oriented Italian crime families or whatever, right? Is the mob a totally different thing, or it's just like a synonym to refer to the same shit, right? In the US, yeah, okay. Why is it that, why does Tony have to go to fucking Italy to get a new member for his team? Like that seems so much more complicated. They couldn't find anybody else to work for him, and what are they in Philly? What the fuck? Fuck. I feel like The Sopranos is a I feel like The Sopranos is a show you have to watch twice, maybe. I feel like on a second watch, I feel like I'd understand way more. It's also weird, like that one guy, the older dude, who was Tony's... Is he his uncle? Or uncle-in-law? Junior. They call him Junior. But he's Junior, but he's old as fuck. I don't know, this shit is confusing to me. Fuck. That's hard to follow. The fuck? It is his uncle? Okay. Not actual uncle, his crime uncle, right? Well, in the mafia, that's the same thing, right? Destiny, it's because he has Tony's grandfather's name, making him a junior. Thank you. As a second myself, I'm aware that that's how it works. I'm just saying. It's weird, okay? Do you agree with the consensus that the R&B episode is the worst of the whole series so far? What is the R&B episode? Have I watched that yet? I'm like 4 or 5 episodes, I think, into season 2. RFK is RFK Jr. True. Who's your favorite character and why is it Tony's mom? True. My God, I'm so glad that I don't know what gene it is that I just don't have. The sociopath gene. Whatever gene it is that makes you not give a fuck about crazy family members. I cannot imagine being a full-grown adult and being enslaved to the opinion of like your mom and dad. Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't ever, whatever part of that is in a human, I just don't have it. Thank God. Holy fuck, thank God. There are so many wonderful people I know in their 30s who have such huge parent issues. And I'm like, bro, you're 34. Just stop talking to them. They're like, it's my mom. And I'm like, who cares? Jesus. What's wrong with you? Obviously, with the numbering, you've got the second, the third, the fourth. What happens after junior? Are they junior, junior, or do they turn to the numbering system? I think they usually go to the numbering system. I don't think you'd have a junior, junior. I think you can technically have a junior, junior, but I don't think anybody does it. You just call them the third. My family has gone Trumped, even a married lesbian cop aunt who loves Trump. Are you trolling me? My aunt is a lesbian and was a New York City Police Department cop and a Cuban immigrant. She's not married though, I don't think. Why do you make Nathan carry on to be Stephen Bundle III? I'm saving that name for a kid I like and not a fucking Roblox player. When Nathan was born, I looked ahead to the video games that were going to be released in the next 8 years, and I was like, is my son... I'm a professional StarCraft 2 player. Am I going to have a kid that is obsessed with Minecraft and Roblox? And then I was like, I'll wait for... Stephen Bundle III will be a StarCraft 3 player. I'm just kidding. Oh shit, I had that question at the beginning. Okay. I need parents, okay, I need email advice to motivate their kids for school shit. Nathan wants to get a job, which is fucking retarded to me. I don't know why the fuck you would ever work until you're like out of college. And so what I told him was, instead of working, just study more, okay? And then I said I would pay him for grades. Does this work? Are there any parents that have experience with this? Like I said I would give him a certain amount of money based on his grades. Does that shit actually work though? I feel like if I were to go back in school, I feel like that wouldn't work for me. I feel like I would really care. But then again, I had untreated ADHD like crazy. Because I feel like I wouldn't care until literally 2 weeks before my finals. And then I'd be like, oh God, I need to work for that money. But like during the school year, I don't think I would give a fuck at all. I worked entirely on bribes from my parents. Does he have any idea what he wants to do as a job? Well, he switches, but he's fucking 13. So obviously it switches, which is fine. Just teaching the value of learning and being young. Yeah, but the problem is there's no value in learning when you're a kid. Learning is boring and it sucks. And there's a million other way more fun things to do. You don't realize the value of learning until you apply to colleges and you're like, fuck. Why didn't I spend 10 more minutes a day actually studying? Now I'm fucked. Now I've ruined my life for Roblox. Not that he's not like ruining his life or anything, but tell him to get jacked. Oh shit, I should do that too. True. I should pay him for lifts and for grades. Once they save up enough money, they stop caring about future payments. So like it'll work for the first few months, but not later. Oh, true. Let him get a job, but limited to like 2 days a week, and then tell him you'll match everything he saves in a city or something. Then he has to quit if his grades drop below. I just don't understand why you would ever work if you don't have to. Because like, once you get old, you work because you have to. You have to work. You have no option to do anything else. But when you're young, it's the only time in your life that you can fully 100% dedicate to just improving yourself, either learning or exercise or health or whatever the fuck else. So why the fuck would you ever work a job if you don't have to? Fuck that. Destiny, experience? You can experience how much life sucks when you're older, when you graduate college. Fuck that. Okay. The fuck is this? Adolescent work intensity, school performance, and academic engagement. Teenagers working over 20 hours per week perform worse in school than youth who work less. Damn, over 20 hours per week. Is this in college or is this for high school? My work study was 2.5 hours a day. 5 days a week would have been 10, 12.5 hours a week. Even that sucked. 20 hours a week. Bro, for high school, that's brutal. That's like at least a Saturday or Sunday full-time shift. Fuck that. A lot of people have their kids take a gap year so that they gain perspective on why a degree is worth having. Fuck that. Gap years are horrible. Don't ever do that. Actually working on high-intensity jobs when their jobless and wish to work intensively. Results indicate that the mere wish for intensive work corresponds with academic difficulties in a manner similar to actual intensive work. Huh. Okay, what do we got here? Ethan Klein is still wild on Instagram, this time attacking Hasan's constant thirst trap baiting. Refers to himself as the #1 player hater. Fine, I accept my role as #1 player hater. This 40-year-old man made his girlfriend take a thirst trap of him on Valentine's Day while keeping her a secret so he can fulfill the fantasies of his pathetic, vapid obsessors while wearing non-prescription glasses in the tub. That's pretty funny. Damn.
Racist when you yourself.
Check the follow-up tweet underneath. Compares Hasan to Keemstar. Does Keemstar have like a secret girlfriend or?
Racist when you yourself call people racist when you yourself has said racist slurs. Y'all think it's okay to be racist as long as you apologize?
You think I'm hypocritical because I went from being racist to non-racist because I fulfilled the three qualities of accountability, apology, and genuine change in my character, and yet you think I'm hypocritical because...
Wait, what was the third one? That was only 2. Oof, -1 debate point.
You think I'm hypocritical because I went from being racist to non-racist because I fulfilled the three qualities of accountability, apology, and genuine change in my...
Oh, accountability, I thought the accountability and apology, never mind. Accountability, apology, and genuine
character,
change.
and yet you think I'm hypocritical because I call out other individuals that have not fulfilled those three qualities and have been unapologetically racist since the 70s, such as Donald J. Trump. That is not hypocrisy. That is fact, sir. You only want to call it hypocrisy to obfuscate away from the fact that this 20-year-old white boy on TikTok and YouTube can hold himself to a higher degree of accountability than the President of the United States of America.
You call
Damn, 237K. He got him. Wait, this is what I just...
race.
What? Hold on. I don't know if this is safe to watch. Caption is, officer drops an active shooter from 183 yards in a single shot. What, did he pull out his Trigicon 8X magnification scope? What is he shooting with? Hold on. Oh, yep, he does.
All right, we reloaded. Reloaded. Are those shots coming from the outside? I don't know.
X-ray 316, shot fired, suspects down.
Jesus Christ. Who is this guy? Have we watched this before? We saw this a long time ago. What the fuck? Terminator shows up. He's like coming from Starbucks. Not even his city. They're like, and he's on the other radio. He's like, what's going on here? And they're like, active shooter. He's like, active shooter. That's a hot chocolate, by the way. That's a grande hot chocolate. Sets it down. He's like, active shooter. The cop behind him's like, no. He's like 2 blocks up. He's 2 blocks up, dude. He's like, eh. It's like, I think I still got some rounds in here from the Ranger. He's like, oh. Okay. I got 1 bullet in here, I guess. Yeah, we're good. He's like, am I still 0? Yeah, okay. Scope is good. Like, where is this guy down here? Like,
Reloaded.
I think that's him.
From the outside?
Okay.
I don't know.
X-ray 316, shot fired, suspects down.
What the fuck? Who is this guy? What? This is like the opening scene to like a small town life for an ex-Navy SEALs operator whose past is catching up with him. And this is like the opening scene to show how overqualified he is. Like, and then the officer's like, who's that guy? They don't train us like that. Where did he learn to shoot that way? And he's like, I don't know. He's a ghost. His record's classified. I heard he was with Delta Force. Jesus. Oh, is there? This guy said, I knew as soon as I heard the country music and when he said his coffee down calmly. I can barely hear. I think there's a little bit of music playing. Listen to goddamn Keith Urban. How is this guy? What is, can I get like some backstory on this? This guy is so unbelievably calm. No? What is like happening here? This guy doesn't give a fuck. He's like, oh, don't forget my keys. Let me just check back here. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, we're good. Doesn't even, what do you call it when you shoulder your shoulder? He's got a strap on. He's not even, there's a name for that when you put it over your, he doesn't even give a fuck.
Alright, be reloaded. Reloaded. Are those shots coming from the outside?
Slinged, yeah.
I don't know.
X-ray 316, shot fired, suspects down.
What the fuck? Can somebody tell me what he has on this? I see some sort of scope, I guess. What is this here? What is that? Is this like an infrared, like a light, like an IR light or whatever? Or this thing here? An IR laser? Night vision? Yeah, okay. I wonder if this is infrared. Is it infrared? Is that when you put on goggles and you have to shine a light, but it's not visible to humans, but you shine the light and then it bays the area and then your thing sees it? It's stat track. Rangefinder? I don't think you would put a rangefinder on a rifle like this, no? Can't you just use mil dots to find? The top sight is just a standard 1x2 red dot. They cost $100 to $200. You can get a good red dot for $100 to $200. Is that true? This has to have some kind of magnification. Look at how thick this is, or long it is. There's no way this is just a red dot. There's got to be some magnification here, right? That's an Action Replay Pro attachment. Here's the red dot mount. GBRS Group Hydra V2 mount kit. Just the mount? This doesn't even have a sight on it? Why is a mount $350? Fuck. Oh, for this, they've got a thing here. I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like at 200 yards, I feel like the red dot would be too big to accurately shoot somebody, no? Unless it's got like a bunch of magnification as well, no? I don't think I've ever shot anything that far away with a AR-15. I don't think I've shot anything that far away with anything, though. Video shows Washington man firing multiple rounds at officers before being fatally shot. During the course of about 4 minutes, the man fired 15 rounds from 2 rifles. He was dual wielding at officers responding to reports that he assaulted a family member. Three officers, Jose Figueres, Zachary Hobbs, and Christopher Munn, fired 9 rounds from their rifles in response to 3 volleys of several shots from Collins. Collins was struck by 2 bullets. One wound was consistent with a round from an officer's rifle. The other appeared to be self-inflicted. Holy shit. He got dung from so far away. He's like, oh, fuck. He was like... Who's the guy that got the... He's like, he's here. It's him. And he just killed himself. He's like, there's no point. In Marine Corps boot camp in 2010, we shot at 500 yards with iron sights. How big is the target you're shooting at? I haven't done much outdoor shooting. Actually, and the only outdoor shooting I've done basically is with a shotgun, so I have no idea, I guess, what it looks like to shoot 100, 200, 300 yards away. I just have no clue. You shot outdoors with Tom? Yeah, but kind of. It was an outdoor range, but it's like, that wasn't like super far. I think the furthest you shot at that range was maybe 50 yards all the way back at that metal target. Maybe 50, maybe.
Rim on anybody. Let's go. Relax. I get to the rim on anybody. Let's go. Relax. My whole life is consistent. Everything I do. Stay with it. Yo, shut up. Stay with our principles.
I'm passing the phone to someone who has insane